So we decided to walk to the back of the building. If you take a look and walk with me, you can see that the top of this building is completely gone, and now the fire has spread to this part of the building. That couple says police tell them they found their Kia parked at these apartment complexes on Cedar and Hamilton, just a few miles away from their home the very next day. They also mentioned that they found another stolen Kia parked right next to theirs. Luckily, there was only one person on that plane crash this morning at 8 a.m. If you take a look, you can see that it is still a very active scene here. We're going to have more about what to expect in later newscasts today, but in the meantime, I'm going to enjoy myself and send it back to you. Here for you in Detroit, Darrylin Horne, 6 News. Quite a few students who moved into the village at Chandler Crossings on Thursday say they were forced to wait in line for more than 3 hours to get their keys. And when they got into their homes, they could not believe what was waiting for them. And this is just day 5 of MSU sophomore Natalie Stoner living here at the village at Chandler Crossings.
The floors are so dirty that my socks are turning black.
She says so far it's been nothing but problems, leaks, mold, maintenance issues, and some of her roommates don't even have keys.
AC broken, dishwasher broken, dryer broken. So we have a bucket under there that we have to keep dumping out in the bathrooms, just so we can do our dishes. No one wants to walk into a place that's flooded or has mold in it.
Mari Kozlowski says that's how she found her bathroom when she moved in on Thursday. She's also heard some other stories.
Someone walked in the room and there was a squatter. Someone was just living there. It's very dangerous.
Kozlowski's mother says now that her daughter is locked into a 12-month lease, she's hoping management can at least lock up vacant units and clean them too.
I want something safe for my daughter. I've heard a lot of other apartments have mold. This is not healthy for these kids.
A spokesperson addressed these issues, stating there was no squatter, but a resident was surprised to find a returning resident who was supposed to be placed somewhere else living in their unit on move-in day. Crews are working to repair broken pipes, wet carpet, and ensure all residents have keys. However, both students say even though maintenance teams have been helpful, they hope it's all resolved soon so they can focus on school.
I was catfished by this apartment complex for sure.
Honks could be heard in downtown Lansing from drivers supporting members of the UAW who work for Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Fair benefits, fair pay.
We're one of the only companies that I know of that doesn't have retiree health care, and we work for a health insurance company.
More than 1,000 workers walked off the job on September 13th. At least 150 work in Lansing. Scott Ketchum says it's been difficult explaining the strike to his 3 children.
Explaining to them that this is all in an effort to secure a better future. So they accept that.
Robert Love says before the strike, he had 2 jobs. Now things are even tighter.
I'm a performer, I sing on the side, and so that fortunately helps me. We should be able to live here comfortably.
The union's vice president says members are striking for higher wages, health care for retirees, and a stop to outsourcing.
Our UAW workforce, we're losing it to South America. We're losing it to call centers in the Philippines. We're the largest and best medical insurance company in the state. When these young people retire, they have no medical insurance. They have no real pension. We're going to stay until it's fair.
The company issued a statement saying the union walked out after weeks of bargaining and that while they've taken steps to address the situation, some customers may end up with longer wait times. They also hope to resolve the situation quickly. Here for you in Lansing, Darrylin Horne, 6 News.
It's just a part of this little town.
Flowing here since the 1860s, people who have lived in the small community of Elsie likely all share a memory at the Elsie Dam.
Every weekend, every chance we got to go fishing, and we'd walk across the bridge and look at the dam and all that.
But now it's become an eyesore, which saddens people who have lived here their whole lives, like Susan Solis.
Every time I have gone by there, there's been cars parked in the lot and people fishing off of it. My brother, who doesn't live here anymore, has asked me questions about the dam, and he's been gone a while.
This is video from last Thursday after the cement cap collapsed. Solis and others say something could have been done months ago.
It's just a waste if they can't dam it back up.
Today, crews were there building temporary stabilization to avoid further damage.
Always been on the back of my mind that someday it would collapse.
While the Duplain supervisor is also sad to see the conditions, he says permanent solutions are being discussed.
Looking at what kind of grants we can get, I think we're probably leaning towards removal. I think that's where we'll get the most money.
Levy says the bridge will stay, but Celise hopes the dam she shared so many memories with family doesn't have to be washed away.
The state should be able to step in and make it a fun type thing. Everybody pitch in a little bit.